going to have sex, when he tells you that they're not given to marriage, which consummated by sexual intercourse, if he said, but they're going to be as the angels in heaven that don't have sexual intercourse, whether in heaven or here or wherever. He's letting you know they're not given to marriage. Whereas it tells you people have the doctrine that says that the fallen angels, the angels came down and had sex with the women and created giants. They don't say that. In Genesis 6 chapter, don't say that. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have you not read that which was spoken of you by the Most High, saying, the Most High power is the power of Abraham and the power of Isaac and the power of Jacob. Most High is not the power of the dead, but of the living. When the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. See? But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. And one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempted him, and said, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Moshe said unto him, Thou shalt love the Most High thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. But that is not the first of all the commandments. The first of all the commandments is Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Hear, O Israel, the Most High power is one power. But, as he's saying here, which is the great commandment in the law? This is the great commandment of the law. Thou shalt love the Most High thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. All the laws based upon them two principles. How we serve the Most High and how we serve each other in love. Love is keeping of the commandments. So how we follow the Most High as he's instructing us, his rules and regulations, which is his laws, statutes, commandments, and how we love our neighbors ourselves of Israel. Look at 2 Samuel 24 and 1. 2 Samuel 24 and 1. Second Samuel 24. And again, the anger of the Most High was kindled against Israel. We the Israelites. The Most High was angry with us. And he moved David against them to say, Go, number Israel and Judah. So Satan stood up and made David do this, if you really understand how this works. Because it was something that the Most High wanted David to do that was not coinciding with the law. So Most High had Satan stand up and had David to number Israel. So look at verse 10. And David's heart smote him after that he had numbered the people. His mind was bothered. And David said unto the Most High, I have sinned greatly in that I have done, and that I have done. So I've sinned greatly in that I have done. And now I beseech thee, O Most High, take away the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. For when David was up in the morning, the word of the Most High came unto the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, Go and say unto David, Thus said the Most High, I offer thee 3 things, choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee. So I'm giving you 3 choices. But you got to choose one that the Most High going to do to King David. So Gad, David's seer or prophet, they were called seers before they were called prophets. So Gad came to David and told him, and said unto him, Shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land? Or wilt thou flee 3 months before thine enemies, while they pursue thee? Or that there be 3 days pestilence in thy land? Now advise, and see what answer I shall return to him that sent me. Wow. Most High something else, honey. David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let us fall now into the hand of the Most High, for his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hand of man. So the Most High sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even to the time appointed, and there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba 20,000 men. Wow. 20,000 men died. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, the Most High repented him of the evil. So the angel was ready to destroy Jerusalem. The angel. That's why you think you in some kind of great exaltation and preparing to fight a Mashiach Yahushai and the angels, 200 million that he's coming back with. You know what it says? It says, and when the angel, that's one angel, stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it. One angel. Remember, 2 angels destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. That was 5 cities. The Most High repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, you know, the angel had killed 20,000. It is enough. Stay now thine hand. And the angel of the Most High was by the threshing place of Ruanah, the Jebusite. And David spake unto the Most High when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, Lo, I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray thee, be against me, and against my father's house. And Gad came that day to David. David said, let it be on me, and not on these innocent sheep. Remember, the angel had killed 20,000 men. And Gad came that day to David and said unto him, so ain't nobody scream and holler about the men that the Most High is killing. Say something about some women, but they be going off. And Gad came that day to David and said unto him, Go up, rear an altar unto the Most High in the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. David, according to the saying of Gad, went up as the Most High commanded. And Araunah looked and saw the king and his servants coming on toward him, and Araunah went out and bowed himself before the king on his face upon the ground. And Araunah said, Wherefore is my master the king come to his servant? And David said, To buy the threshing floor of thee, to build an altar unto the Most High, that the plague may be stayed from the people. So I build this altar to the Most High, that the plague may be stayed from the people. And Araunah said unto David, Let my master the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, here be oxen for burnt sacrifice, this offering, and threshing instruments, and other instruments of the oxen for wood. All these things did Araunah as a king give unto the king. And Araunah said unto the king, The Most High thy power accept thee. And the king said unto Araunah, Nay, no, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Most High my power of that which does cost me nothing. Get that? So it has to be brought. David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. He had to have money to get this, to build this altar. David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. And David built there an altar unto the Most High, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. So the Most High was entreated for the land, and the plague was stayed from Israel. You see? But I went through all of that to show you that all we went through, and David brought with money 50 shekels of silver. He bought the threshing floor and the oxen. It takes money, people. Second Chronicles 24 and 4. Second Chronicles 24 and 4. It came to pass after this that Joash was minded to repair the house of the Most High. See? And he could repair it without monies. Second Corinthians 9. 2 Corinthians 9. 2 Corinthians 9 and 6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly. You only want to give a little? You want to sow sparingly, just a little? You're going to reap also sparingly, just a little. And he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. See? You want to give a lot, you're going to reap a lot. Like you said, sevenfold, 7 times as much. You want to give, I'm talking about if you have a lot, you want to give, you have a lot, or you have a medium. You give your portion that you feel the Most High going to be satisfied with. But you don't think of the Most High, you think about your own greed and your own selfish self, I might say. Then you don't give but a little, and you have a lot. That's why he said the lady that gave too much gave more than the ones that had a lot, and gave a lot to the treasury, but they wasn't suffering no way, shape, or form behind what they gave, because they had more that they can look to of their riches that they had, or their monies that they had. You sow sparingly, you're going to reap sparingly. You sow a lot, you have a great working in progress of what you've given, then you're going to reap a lot. That's what he's saying. It says, every man, verse 7, every man according as he purposes in his heart, which is your mind, so let him give. So let him give. As you feel in your mind, this is all I need to give, let him, that's what he say, let him give. Whatever he purposes in his heart, in his mind to give, let him give. Better be right though. So let him give. Not grudgingly. You can't give nothing. I don't want to get this stuff. Don't give it. Not grudgingly. Better not to be feeling like that. That's why he said not grudgingly or of necessity. For the Most High loveth a cheerful giver. See? The Most High loveth a cheerful giver. And that's what we've been hearing all the time in all these different scriptures. Every word of the Most High is pure. That's why the Spirit had me go there, so you can see this and recognize and understand this. Deuteronomy 23, let's go to the law. Deuteronomy 23 and 21. Deuteronomy 23 and 21. When thou shalt vow a vow unto the Most High thy power, thou shalt not slack to pay it. That's why you look at Ananias and Sapphira, they made that vow that they're going to sell lands and give whatever the price of the lands or the houses that they sold, they're going to give to the apostles. That distribution could be given to our people of Israel that had a need. They held back some of the monies that they received for the sale of the house or the land. When thou shalt vow a vow unto the Most High thy power, everything we do is before the Most High. I think a lot of people forget that. I start out every class with Colossians 3:17. purposely do that because it says whatever you do and say, go to the Most High in the name of the anointed Savior. You give thanks to the Most High in the name of the anointed Savior. So whatever you say is before the Most High. When thou shalt vow a vow unto the Most High thy power, thou shalt not slack to pay it. For the Most High thy power will surely require it of thee, and it would be sin unto thee, sin in thee. See? It's going to be sin in you. So it tell you better, but if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall not be sin in thee. Don't vow something you don't do it. I remember a lot of people vow things and you read this. You see what I'm saying? They still vowed. It didn't come through with their vow. So that sin is with them. But some people don't care because they're not really, looking at what the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High say anyway. They don't fear the Most High. But then they wonder why things aren't going right for them, or they dealing with what they're dealing with because their attitude, their mind, their operations, and how they operate in this world is off. And it's sin. That which is gone out of thy lips, your big mouth, thou shalt keep and perform. Don't be talking about something you ain't going to be able to do. You better weigh the circumstances. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform. Even the free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto the Most High thy power, which thou hast promised with thy mouth. See? That's why he says it's better not to say nothing if you can't do nothing. If you can, you can say it. That's why I say it's like we always go to Acts the 5th chapter, 1 down with Ananias and Sapphira. We went there already. We ain't go there again. They made that vow. It's before the Most High. But people don't really put the Most High in things that they're doing. Think the Most High is not there. That's why you ain't really have faith in the Most High. You don't believe he's here. You don't believe he's there. Wherever you are, he's there, people. And he's here. He's everywhere. He's everything. Like he said, all this is mine. Everything is mine. The whole earth is his. Everything that's in this earth is his. It's my hands has made it. How you going to denounce what he just said? We read it. What's I said? He see all the size 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He see all the secret things of man. So he ain't seeing what you're doing? Better understand. Overstand. You see everything, people. It's our power. Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see everything. Ain't nothing that we're doing in secret. That's why Moshe said everything that's done in the dark shall come to the light. Ecclesiastes 5 and 4. He said, when thou vow a vow unto the Most High, defer not to pay it, for he have no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better it is that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. See? Suffer not thy mouth, it cause thy flesh to sin. Don't be open up your big mouth and you can't do it. Because that's a lie. But it's not a lie. It is a lie. You say you're going to do something, you don't do it. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. You would have said. Neither say thou before the angel. I told you them angels everywhere. That it was an error. Wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands? Don't let the Most High be angry at your voice and destroy whatever it is that your hands is able to bring to you. Because you gotta receive money through your hand, people. Don't let the Most High destroy your monies that's coming through your hands. That's what he's saying. Because you don't open up your big mouth and said something that you can't really do and fulfill. So I say it's better to not say anything. Mark 12. Go to Mark the 12th chapter. I just have a few more. Mark 12. And just look. Mark 12 and 41. And the Mashiach sat over against the treasury and beheld how the people cast money, it's money, into the treasury. And many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she drew in 2 mites, which make a farthing. I talked about this, now you hearing this story. And he called unto him his disciples, and said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that this poor widow has cast more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. He included all of them that had money, that were rich, and cast in much into the treasury. He included all of them. So this woman that gave 2 mites cast in more than all of them put together into the treasury. Verse 44, for all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living. Everything she had, here it is. Gave it up. See, we don't see that. Well, I say the majority of people don't see that. They'll look at what someone's giving. Oh, they won't even pay attention to someone that's poor and don't have anything, and they're giving what they have. All that they have at that. What are they going to survive on after that? They don't have anything left. So nobody consider that. They'll look at, oh, look how much they gave. Oh, they gave this much. That's the mindset. That's off. It's real, people. Look at Genesis, the 14th chapter. Genesis 14 and 13. And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew, see, Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mara, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol and brother of Aner, and these were confederate with Abram. They were rolling with Abram. This is Abraham before he was named Abraham. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. When he found his brother was taken captive, he armed his servants 318 and pursued unto Dan, the land of Dan. And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, killed them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot and his goods, and the women also, and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of the Chedorlaomer. Chedorlaomer, and of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shavah, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, king of peace, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the most high power. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the most high power, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the most high power, which have delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. See? Abram gave Melchizedek tithes of all. And the Mashiach Yahushai, he came under the order of Melchizedek. We look at Psalms 110 and 4. It says, The Most High has sworn and will not repent. Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. David said, the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. And also go to Hebrews 7:14. That's another level of knowledge we're going to stand in the order of Melchizedek. Look at Hebrews 7:1. For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, which was peace, priest of the Most High Power, who met Abraham, when his name was Abram, returning from the slaughter of the kings, and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all. Paid tithes to Melchizedek. First being by interpretation king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace. See? Without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of the Most High, abideth a priest continually. See? Now consider how great this man was, unto whom even the patriot Abraham gave the tenth of the spoils. And verily they that are of the sons of Levi, who receive the office of the priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law, that is, of their brethren. Now, though they come out of the loins of Abraham. See? Jump up to verse 14. For it is evident, for it is evident that our power sprang, which is the Mashiach Yahushua, sprang out of Judah. He came out of the tribe of Judah. Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning the priesthood, because the priesthood was with the Levites. Listen, and it is yet far more evident, for that after the similitude of Melchizedek, there arises another priest. He give you clue of similitude of Melchizedek, there arises another priest, who was made not after the law of a carnal commandment, but after the power of an endless life. For he testifies, thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. There is verily a disannulling of the commandment going before for the weakness and unprofitable thereof. For the law made nothing perfect, but the bringing in of a better hope did, by the which we draw nigh unto the Most High. By eliminate what? The law of sacrifice. They had to bring the law of sacrifice because Israel was sinning and going off, so they had to bring the law of sacrifice in among the laws. And the Mashiach Yahushua was the ultimate sacrifice under the order of Melchizedek, the similitude of Melchizedek, who Abram, whose name was changed to Abraham, gave a tenth of tithes to. And the Mashiach Yahushua became our high priest under the order of Melchizedek, which is another level of learning. Once you understand the law of the Spirit, then you can go to the law or the order of Melchizedek. Look at Genesis 28 and we'll start at verse 10. Genesis 28 and 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. It was getting dark. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. So the stone was used as a pillow many a times. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. So you see a ladder, you see the angels going up and coming down. And behold, the Most High stood above it and said, I am the Most High power of Abraham, thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. So I give it to you, and to your lineage, your children. And thy seed, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, shall be as the dust of the earth. And thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, to the north, and to the south. And in thee, and in thy seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed, through the children of Israel. But he said, through him and through his seed, all the nations of the earth are blessed, having the children of Israel among them. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. And Jacob awakened out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Most High is in this place, and I knew it not. So this Most High is here, and I didn't even know it. And he was afraid. See, afraid means what? He was fearing. The Most High is in this place, and he was afraid. You see, nowadays people don't even fear the Most High. But he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of the Most High, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillow, and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first. See? And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, if the Most High will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat, and raiment to put on, food and clothing, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Most High be my power. And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be the Most High's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee. You already said, of all that the Most High has given him, he will give the 10th unto the Most High. What are those? Tithes. Leviticus 27 and 30. Leviticus 27 and 30. Leviticus 27 and 30. And all the tithe of the land, which of the seed of the land, or of the fruit of the tree, is the Most High's. It is holy unto the Most High. And if a man will at all redeem aught of the tithes, he shall add thereto the 5th part thereof, 5% thereof. And concerning the tithe of the herd or of the flock, even of whatsoever passes under the rod, the tenth shall be holy unto the Most High, the tenth part. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which the Most High commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai. See, give a tenth part. Sometimes 5%. Proverbs 3 and 5. Proverbs 3 and 5. Hear the word of the Most High, people. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust ye in the Most High with all thine heart, with all your mind, and lean not unto thine own understanding. See? Ecclesiastes 3:24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, how they think that's worthless, can't prove it in these scriptures. And an evil suspicion, evil comes in, let the devil come in and overthrow their judgment. While the judgment they make in their mind is wrong, then they bring forth a wrong judgment to the people. Shame, shame, shame. But that's our people. That's what they do. They sow, you're dealing with the Willie Lynch syndrome, Stockholm syndrome, and religious instruction to the Negroes of the United States of America. Say this to your neighbor, turn to your neighbor and say this. You turn to your neighbor, whether it's in person, on the phone, don't matter, and tell them the wrong information. See? Once again, Proverbs 30 and 5. Proverbs 30 and 5. Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield, which is protection unto them that put their trust in him. You got to trust in the word of the Most High. And you're going to be a protection for all you that trust in what it is that he has said. That's why it says, Romans 3 and 3, let the Most High be true and every man a liar, as it is written. You see? So you have the scriptures, you have what has been given. So go over them, study them, and make sure you're doing the right thing. And you'll see the blessing of the Most High sevenfold, 7 times as much. So if you like to reach me, you can reach me at P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. That's P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. And remember, we got to keep the commandments of the Most High, have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. We are Mashiachim. We are the anointed. We are the Messiahs. And the Most High have allowed the Mashiach Yahushua to be his. And we're going to be the Most High. Once the Mashiach Yahushua come and show us of the Father for 1,000 years, and then we're going to make that change to be with the Most High. And we're going to be righteous. That's what it's about right now. We're rehearsing the righteous acts to be righteous, to learn how to please the Most High. Well, we got a long way to go. If he said he's going to take 1,000 years to show us, you can't think that you're ready now. You got to go through them 1,000 years. And you got to endure until the end, till the Mashiach come to set righteousness up on this earth. And with that, I say shalom and I'm out. Shalom.